Ranking the top 10 worst movies of 2024. At number 10 is Madam Web. Nobody in this movie wants to be here. One of the worst superhero movie villains I've ever seen in my life. Just a terrible film. Number 9 is Red One. I'm glad people out there are enjoying this film, but I did not enjoy myself for a single second watching this thing. Number 8 is Mufasa. Nobody asked for a Mufasa and Scar origin, but at least sounded like something that could have been interesting, but no, this is the most boring, forgettable story I've seen in a long time. And number 7 is Netflix's original movie, Time Cut. This is like a slasher horror film, but it actually feels like a Disney original movie and one of the dumbest twists I've ever seen in my life. And number 6 is Despicable Me 4. You can literally tell they have no idea where to go with the story for these things. They're only making it to sell more toys. Number 5 is The Crow remake. I feel bad for Bill Skarsgård, but this movie is absolutely a disaster. Should have never been made, but luckily he'll be in the top 10 best movies of the year too. Have followed to see that, by the way. And number 4 is Borderlands. Whether you like the games or not, you can admit they have a very distinct visual style and tone to them, and this movie just feels super generic. Like, this cast has no business being in the same movie together, absolutely zero chemistry together. Hit that like and follow button quick. At number 3 is Rebel Moon Part 2. I hated Part 1. I was hoping Part 2 would win me over. Somehow this feels even slower and more like build up than Part 1 did. Number 2 is Atlas, giving us back-to-back Netflix films on this list. This is like Jennifer Lopez's anti-AI movie that kind of feels pro-AI at the same time. I'm sorry, she cannot act for anything. Quick honorable mentions to all these movies behind me. They're all terrible, but just missed out on the list. At number 1 is Megamind vs. the Doom Syndicate, one of the most lifeless cash grabs of a sequel I've ever seen.